how to improve our vision or eyesight in just 7 days. I mean 7 days without the intake of any medication or drugs, naturally. How to improve your vision or your eyesight naturally, and I mean naturally. Now, I will start by giving us a very short illustration of how our eye works. I will compare our eyes to a car. A car has its headlights, it also have a battery, and it has the wire that connects the headlight to the battery. So our eyes, there is eyeball. Our eyeball is just like a camera which captures image. Then we also have our brain, and we have the optic nerve that connects our eye to our brain. The optic nerve is the one that conveys the visual impulse. When the eye captures a camera, when the eye is just like a camera, when it captures any image, the optic nerve will transmit this visual impulse to the brain for interpretation. Now, last week, I was going to the office and I saw a crawling baby playing with a snake. The mother was somewhere not far from the place washing. The mother was unaware of what is happening. Then I look at this baby. I couldn't even know what to do instantly. But let's leave that one aside, not to waste our time, because I don't want this video to be very long. Now, why do you think this crawling baby was playing with the snake? Do you think the baby didn't see the snake? The answer is absolutely no. The baby can actually see the snake, and that was why he was playing with something. He saw something, that was why he was playing with it. Now, I will tell you, the explanation I've just given was the reason why the child was playing with the snake. The brain of the baby has not developed to the capacity of now interpreting and telling the baby that this thing you are playing with can be dangerous to your health. And the answer is as simple as that. Now, I'm about unlocking some tips and the important techniques of how to improve your vision in just 7 days. I mean naturally, without taking any medication or drugs. But I will implore you to watch this video to the end so that you can benefit from all these important tips I'm about to unlock. The first one we shall be talking about is eye exercise. Now, let me tell you how it works, the rationale behind eye exercise. When you exercise your eye, you are trying to relax the muscles of the eye. Also, you are trying to facilitate good and quick blood flow to the eye organs and its muscles. And thirdly, you are encouraging and facilitating drainage of aqueous fluid, because whenever the aqueous fluid accumulates, it increases the intraocular pressure. And just like we discussed in our past videos is on my channel, that glaucoma results as a result of increasing intraocular pressure. And when it is persistent, it destroys the optic nerve that convey or transmit the visual impulse from the eye to the brain for interpretation. So these are the rationale behind the eye exercise we're about to discuss now. And the first of the eye exercise is focus shifting. That is, you focus at an object up. You can keep your eye focus at your forehead. Now, let's do it. You will do this for like 5 minutes. Then, what you do again is you focus at a distant object in front of you. After doing this, you focus again at up, looking at your forehead, and shift your focus again to a distant object farther in front of you. That is number one of the focus shifting. This thing works. If you do it, you will feel the way your eye, reacts. You will feel the contraction of the muscles. It really works, and I mean in just 7 days. Another one I'm about telling you is eye rotation. Now let's do it. You rotate your eyeballs in a clockwise direction. You do it for like 5 minutes and counterclockwise. You do it for 5 minutes. It really, really works. The third one I'm about telling you is eye blinking. You blink severally your eyes. Do it for 5 minutes. You are expected to do this eye exercise, the focus shifting, then the eye rotation and the blinking for like 5 minutes. Now, the second important techniques that improve our eyesight now is what I want to tell you. The second one is palming. You rub your palm to generate heat and close your eye and place it directly on your eyeball. Do that for 3 minutes. You rub again to generate it, close your eye and put it directly on your eyeball. This is to facilitate blood flow to the eye, to relax your muscles. When the blood flow is being facilitated to the eye, what you're doing is you are facilitating as well nutrient supply and also encouraging the aqueous drainage, which I've just explained to us. Now, the third one I'm about telling us is eye cycles. You massage your eye in a circular motion. Do it for like 5 minutes. Be gentle, don't be hard. Just massage in a circular motion. Another one is massage your eyebrow. Be gentle with it. Gently massage your eyebrow. You can do it for 5 minutes. After all, I've explained to us the rationale behind all these things. Now, another tips that improve our eyesight is we have some eye software that helps our eye to function properly. Number one of the software is Eyelio. Eyelio will remind you to take a break and follow rule 20-20-20. I will explain to us how the rule 20-20 works. The second software is Iris. Iris will remind you to take a break and adjust your screen settings. The third one is F-Lux. F-Lux will help you to adjust the color temperature of your screen to prevent the blue ray emission into your eyes, which can be highly disastrous. That is the function. Now let's talk about the rule 20-20-20. In rule 20-20-20, the first 20 is telling us that you should focus away from the screen or any digital device every 20 minutes. That is, shift your focus away from the screen or any digital device every 20 minutes. The second rule 20 is telling us that you should focus at a distant object about 20 feet, which is equivalent to 6 meters away from you. Focus at a distant object which is about 20 feet and is equivalent to 6 meters away from you. The third rule 20 says that you should focus at a distant object every 20 seconds. That is, for 20 seconds, focus away from a distant object and use 20 seconds before you come back again. These are the rule 20-20-20 we are talking about, and it really helps, especially for those of us that are addicted to using computer and as well digital device that we are always with our phone. We can be with our phone for 3 or to 4 hours. It is very, very important we follow this thing. Now, the third one I shall be discussing with us is diet. Do you know that if we are deficient of some of these important diets in our body, it can result into 1 or 2 or 3 of eye disorders that can affect our vision? For example, do you know that vitamin A deficiency is the one that causes night blindness? Now, if you check my previous videos, go to my channel on YouTube at Stephen Oluwatumininu, and you will see most of all these important educative videos. I've talked about the diet, where we can get the important nutrients that are of benefit to our eyes, the sources of this vitamin. And what are these vitamins? We have vitamin A, we have vitamin C, we have vitamin E, we have antioxidants. It is very, very important because it protects the cells of the eye and it helps us to prevent the age-related macular degeneration as well as development of cataract. We also have lutein. Lutein is very, very important to our eyes. We have anthocyanins. We have omega-3 fatty acid. We have beta-carotene or carotenoids. We have many more of all these vitamins. They are there in my video. The video is tagged reasons you are losing your sight or your vision. And you will see most of what I talked about. Even you will have seen my thumbnail indicating different fruits and vegetables. Those are the good fruits that are of benefit to our eyes. Now, let me just mention little of the sources of all these vitamins I've just mentioned. Now, green leaf vegetables, they are very rich source of vitamin A, lutein, and so on. We have palm oil. We have fruits like carrots, mango, orange, very rich source of vitamin C. We have many of these foods. We have nuts, you understand, etc. When you go, even eggs, when you go to my video, you will learn more about the foods and the sources of these vitamins that are of benefit to our eyes. The last of the important techniques that improve our eyesight is lifestyle adjustment. It's high time you quit smoking. Smoking can be very, very devastating or disastrous to our eyes. It comes with a very devastating effect. Smoking leads to the development of cataract. It causes cloudiness of our lens. So it is high time you quit smoking. It is high time you quit alcohol intake. And those of us that have 1 or 2 systemic diseases like hypertension, diabetes, I also have video that talk about the hypertension and diabetes and their effects on the eye. You can watch it. Please, let's pay attention and control both our blood sugar and our blood pressure. It is very, very important. Another thing we need to pay attention to is cosmetic use. Cosmetic has destroyed so many eyes. For example, those of us using eye pencil, it causes allergic conjunctivitis. Some even lead to an infection of the eye, leading to corneal ulcer and finally corneal opacity that distort your vision or affect your vision for life. That is the simple truth about it. So let's be careful about the cosmetic use. Another thing we need to pay attention to are occupational protective devices and precautions. So there are some of our occupation that we need to protect our eyes, like the welders, we need to be putting on eye goggles. Cyclists, we need to be putting on eye goggles. Even painters. Honestly, this reminds me, there was a man that came to my clinic in the past. When he was painting, the paint fell into the eyes and it became so red. By the time he came to us, and he has been managing it by himself for like few days. When he came, I look at the eyes I realized it has resulted into corneal ulcer. I battled with the eye. I was able to treat the corneal ulcer, but the funniest thing about corneal ulcer is it will heal by leaving a scar, and scar will surely affect your vision. Anything causing an injury to this our cornea, if there can be an injury, it will result into corneal opacity, and light doesn't travel or light doesn't pass through an opaque medium. It results into blindness, and that is it. So the importance of occupational protective devices is very, very important. We need to be protecting our eyes. Now, the use of traditional remedies, I also talk about it in most of my videos on my channel. Traditional remedies usually can be dangerous to our sight. Honestly, let's discourage this. Self-medication, let's discourage this. If we have any signs or symptoms or any discomfort in the eye, let us visit a nearby hospital or eye specialist for proper consultation, eye diagnosis, and prompt treatment. Do you know one thing about eyes and its diseases? The earlier you diagnose a particular eye problem, the better it will be, the better the prognosis. For example, in case of glaucoma, if you have glaucoma, which is a silent killer of the eye, it might have been developed and you might have been feeling like, flashes in the eye, flashes of light, headache, and some it is even asymptomatic. It doesn't pass any signs and symptoms. If you don't usually go for regular eye examination, you can't know whether you are having glaucoma in some people. And so those of us that are having one of these signs and symptoms, don't just assume and be managing it. Go to the hospital or the nearby eye specialist, because if you are managing it by yourself, it will keep on destroying your eyes until when it end up in destroying totally one eye, when you can no longer see, before it jump to the other one. And the most funniest thing about glaucoma is that the damage that caused by glaucoma is irreversible. The damage done to our eyes by glaucoma is irreversible. So the essence of early diagnosis and prompt treatment will give us a better prognosis. Honestly, if you have benefited from this my video, kindly press the subscription button, like and share my videos. If you have any question or you are not clear about most of what I've discussed, please just put it in the comment section and I will do justice to it within a very short period of time. Please just go to the comment section, put any of your comment there, put any of your questions there, and I will respond to it very quick and appropriately. Thanks for watching my video. God bless you.